And so what is the conclusion? What is the call to action? Is it to spend time in nature, spend time with your family, think about how to love each other, think about not how to judge, think about how to heal the vaccine injured? What is the ultimate call to action of this film, would you say, Mikki?
Well, what I suggest in the movie is, and I'll tell you where this came from. So I spent 12 years or so, I was obsessed with indigenous cultures. And I traveled all over, Ecuador, Colombia, Peru, all over the place. And I was, I had just started doing ayahuasca work and found the incredible value. I know that you've done that work and you've made films about it, and I appreciate that about you, because it's a very, I don't do the work anymore, and that's the beautiful thing about that work too, is it's when it's time to go integrate and stop, it's not addictive in that way. It was work that I did that allowed me to see myself, that allowed me to take responsibility for all the areas in my life that I became someone who I wasn't. Any area that I was phony, any area that I was the cause of my failed relationships, it really helped me take responsibility for the actions and choices I took in life as a sovereign man. And so that work then led me to begin studying cultures that were really the least affected by modern society. I wanted to go like, what is it like to be with people who don't have TV, who don't have media? What is it like to be with these people who drink out of a stream and light fires with sticks? And I became very intrigued by this. And I mention this because it was during this process that a lot of times they've been so exploited by Western filmmakers and photographers that a lot of them are on guard. And so they want to know, before they even will let you cross a certain boundary into their community, you have to sometimes go through initiations. You have to sit in a sweat lodge. You have to go through a ceremony. You have to, like, I'm allergic to smoke, but I'd have to sit there and smoke a pipe with them, because it's like, look, this is their world and this is what they want from me, and I'll go there out of respect. And they would often ask me, why are you here? What is your intention? And every time that I made the error of saying, I'm simply just here to learn, which for me felt true, I would get a similar response, which is, you people, your addiction to learning is your heads are so filled with data. Like, how much more do you need to learn? What you need to do is unlearn. You need to remember what you knew as children. You need to come back to a simpler time when you could listen to the things we listen to. Like, we actually listen to the weather. We don't need to listen to a weatherman or a meteorologist or weather person. We know what's coming. We don't need vaccines. We don't need this, because the ground grows all the food we need and all the medicine that we need. And so what is this addiction to thinking that you are just one step away of being complete if you just learn something more? Now, I love learning. I'm a learnaholic, but I understand what they were saying. They were saying, when it comes to guiding your life, you don't need to sit and listen to gurus. You don't need to sit and read all the conscious parenting books. There's something innate within you, intuitive within you. You know how to do this. You were born with it. And all you have to do is remember. And that really struck me, because I thought, God, just remember. And then I started to think about what I knew as a child. And I was like, why is it that when we're kids and we're asked what we want to be when we grow up, is a very similar category that we choose from typically. It's doctor, fireman, police officer, nurse, ballerina, astronaut. What is it about those professions? Very few of us ever become those professions, but what is it that attracts a child to those professions? And I realized, I was like, a child's first encounter with, say, a little girl's first encounter with a ballerina, watching a show and feeling the impact that this person's body, the movement of this person's, physical poetry, what it created for the people, had that little girl realize, that's what I'm here to do. Not necessarily I want to be that, but I want to be able to impact people like that. Or their firefighter rescued their cat from a tree and realized the feeling they got from having their beloved cat return to them. I want to cause that in the world. So they wrongfully say, I want to become a firefighter. Well, maybe, maybe not. I want to be able to have the power to bring to people and their experience what this firefighter brought to me in the relief of having my beloved cat returned to me. Whatever it might be, you get the point. And so that informs us that as children, we're given this free will to start to identify what it is that we came here to do. And I've never met a child or a human adult that has said, when I asked them what was the first thing you wanted to be when you grew up? I've never heard anyone say anything that was mundane. And if it was anything close to mundane, there was a reason for it, because they experienced a cashier that was the happiest, brightest person that would, every day they went shopping, they would make their mom and everyone feel so loved and connected. It was the experience of that individual and their spirit. And so, the idea of remembering, Brian, is so critical for us to come back to remembering that we make life so complicated. We think we just need to get another degree and then we'll be happy. We had just another $1 million in the bank, just one more car, just one more house, and then suddenly it's all gonna click into play. And it never happens for most people.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, do you want to profit from crypto? Then join my DeFi Academy. The Crypto DeFi Academy will help you create generational wealth. But don't take my word for it. Listen to my students.
When I first got into crypto, I remember thinking to myself, I need to learn more. Brian Rose, learning crypto, learning DeFi, gotta do it.
I am so grateful that I jumped in and did this. I had to break through some limiting beliefs that I can do this, that I can afford this, that I can be in this.
It challenges the things that are deeply rooted within us.
Joining DeFi Academy has been one of the best decisions I have made on my blockchain journey.
This course was a life changer, a game changer, a huge eye-opener, coming from knowing practically nothing at the speed of the learning over 4 weeks was just fantastic.
The information you provided in this class was invaluable.
I feel far more confident in my next steps.
You took complex concepts and made them easier to understand.
What's different than so many other ones is it just doesn't tell you what to do. It actually makes you do it.
This is for people who are serious about becoming traders. This is the way it should be done.
I realized from this learning experience again that it is not about what you learn, but about who you learn it from.
The energy was insane. I've never experienced such incredible energy on a live call. Brian Rose, you are a legend, my friend.
It's the only thing in the market where you can get all information and learn everything what you need to know.
Everything is so clear and so well done, and I am just forever grateful for this program.
It made me feel so much more confident about crypto than I did before.
I did not anticipate how passionate I was going to become about it.
It's also been like a big learning experience for me, not just in the crypto space, but just an overall balance of life.
What I've learned is, how to take ownership, of my life in a way that I really hadn't before.
Yeah, you can't put a price on that, really.
I would recommend it to anybody, top notch.
Excellence does not come cheap. So if you want excellence, you got to pay for it, but it's so worth it.
Pull the trigger. That's what this course is about.
You're not going to regret it, really. It's amazing.
Thank you, Brian and team.
So what are you waiting for? Crypto is happening now. Click the link below, submit your application,
and let me mentor you on how to create generational wealth and build the decentralized financial infrastructure of the future.